Me.
He's literally 2 meters in front of me, rubbing his velvet and...
Oh shit.
Yeah, that happened quick.
Heavy rain and gale winds all the way through Monday, so expect more watches.
The wind's pretty bad.
It's such a good spot. We should be seeing deer.
Sure, it was just a deer standing there looking at me.
And maybe you just can't hunt on these wind-affected days.
I'll try there and hit it.
Why is it so hard? So do you reckon we head out tomorrow, drop the meat off?
Yeah, I don't want to leave it too much longer.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get something today.
Yeah, no, we do need to get a second deer.
But for the brothers, Corin and Suresh, nothing has come easy this week. The earlier storm has made conditions tough, turning familiar ground unpredictable. With only one deer in the chiller
Nice spot, eh?
and the long drive out to their friend's freezer looming, the stakes are getting higher. They need a second deer to make the trip worthwhile. And as the forest begins to test them like never before, a very close encounter with a deer is about to change everything.
So we don't want to head over where I shot at that spike. I think what we want to be doing is staying on the right side of the river and just sort of pushing up through those lower feed areas.
Yeah, I want to get up onto that terrace.
Probably just work out whether we want to walk up that hill into those main feed areas, the bedding areas, because by then it's probably around midday.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's amazing how dark it is under this canopy. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hedgehog. Oh shit. I thought with all that shuffling it was a deer.
They work their way up toward the lower feeding area, the wind still swirling unpredictably. What they don't know, 2 deer are already moving through the cover ahead, heading straight toward them. Suresh spots them and brings the rifle up. For a brief moment, everything lines up, but the wind has other ideas. It shifts and carries their scent directly into the path of the approaching deer. The deer pick it up instantly. Gone. The forest goes quiet again, and the brothers are left standing there with that same question that has followed them all week. Was that their chance?
It was either a swirling wind or because they came running towards me, so they either saw you or this, got your wind or got my wind. I'm just going to keep moving anyway.
Let's get off this part of the ridge. If we drop down into this gully,
yeah, that's where I was going to go.
That should lead us into a really nice feed area.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult because this one's just going everywhere.
And I reckon we just work our way along that.
Yeah, it's just hoping we get lucky.
I just got a really strong smell of a deer in this area.
Yeah, okay.
It was just back there, it wafted up.
Yeah, start heading down there.
Yeah, there's got to be something down there.
Real strong.
Yep.
Dropping into the gully and pushing through the saddle, the brothers hit the feeding area, and immediately the wind shifts, coming from the opposite direction now. Corin picks up the smell of deer. The wind is too uncertain to sit and wait, so they keep moving through the feeding area, eyes up, watching ahead.
Yeah, these are fresh. I think these are the sort of areas that we may find them. This has to be this morning.
What they don't know yet, they are completely surrounded. Deer on all sides, and they are about to walk right between them.
spook? Because I heard it. I was right there, I heard it. That's what makes me think the wind swirled in and because it was close, I'm pretty sure I saw a little branch move just in there. Yeah, I'd say I was feeding just pretty much on the other side of that log, and it was only a matter of time before I'd get wind.
The brothers push on, but the weight of it is sitting heavy now. 2 chances in one morning, undone by the same thing, the wind.
Yeah, I think we've just been really unlucky with that wind. You can see like around this whole area there's some fresh prints, like they're just leading everywhere, so it's a really good feed area.
After the encounter, the brothers are moving through the area and come across more fresh sign. Prints, droppings, and what looks like a daytime bedding and feeding area. They take a short break to look the area over. Something has been using this ground recently. Was it the deer they just spooked, or is there another deer around? After a few minutes reading the sign, they pick up a set of fresh prints leading away from the area and decide to follow them.
I would just follow these prints and see where they go. There's still a lot of fresh sign around.
Yeah, I reckon there's got to be something pretty close. Let's just keep following it.
The brothers follow the fresh sign leading them away from the feeding area. For a while the trail is clear. Prints in the soft earth, droppings still fresh. Something has been through here. But as the morning wears on, the sign starts to thin. The prints become harder to find, splitting up and down the hill. The forest is getting thicker and the trail less certain.
I'm just going to keep following it around till we hit that stream. Then we'll work out what to do from there.
Once we get to that stream, maybe we just have a bit of a break, see what the wind's doing.
Yeah.
Ahead, a decision needs to be made. Which way they go from here will either put them directly in the path of a deer or take them completely away from one. What they decide next will either make the day or leave them walking out empty-handed. They reach the stream and take a short break.
Looks like the sign's dried up. Do you think we should just keep heading up that ridge?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to walk up that ridge just with the lack of the sign around here. What if we just head up to the base of that ridge first and then cycle back the way we've come?
Yeah.
They choose to head back through the same country, but higher this time. A different angle, a better wind.
I just sidle from here.
Yeah, I'd just push through this crown fern here and make my way to the base of that ridge, drop down into the gully.
What they don't know yet, the wind that just cost them 2 deer has been quietly doing something else entirely. It spooked the deer on the lower face, but the deer above never knew they were there. And that same wind is now carrying their scent away from the country they are walking back through.
Looks a lot like a spooked deer.
Yeah, I kind of heard something as we dropped into that gully.
Hopefully.
Their hopes are starting to fade. That familiar feeling creeps in. The quickened pace, the hard lessons from the morning, the quiet doubt that maybe they've already missed their chance, even though the fresh sign says otherwise.
Me.
He's literally 2 meters in front of me.
What's it?
He was 2 meters in front of me rubbing his velvet. And
Oh shit.
I just saw, what the f is that? And all I could see was his head, so I just took a headshot. You know, having quick.
I knew there was, I didn't think we'd get something here, but I knew there was something around.
I saw that shit and I was like, It must have just been cruising this little slope here.
I reckon they feed from down there up, and I reckon we walk between this one.
I looked forward, I could see a bush like moving in front of me. I was like, what the f? Then I just saw an ant and I was like, No, a nice little young stag.
Yeah, it seems to be what's around at the moment.
About 10 minutes after coming across those fresh prints and droppings, Suresh is climbing over a large fallen tree stump when a flicker of movement catches his eye. Just 2 meters in front of him, a stag stands rubbing its antlers on a tree. At that close range, it's almost unbelievable the deer hasn't noticed him yet. Suresh makes a faint noise.
Me.
The stag pauses for a split second, and that's all he needs. He takes the headshot, After all those hard miles and quiet doubt, the woods have finally given something back. A second deer. There will be many hours of careful work ahead, field dressing and processing the deer for the carryout. But right now, the brothers have a new spring in their step.
Yeah, I was like, I hope he's not too far behind me.
I was like, oh, I'm going around. And I was like, no, I'll come back around. And then just come back around, stepping over. So, it's like, oh. Yeah, the person hunting definitely needs an action cam.
It's so close. A little wallow.
What's that?
A little wallow.
Okay.
Definitely be stags, but yeah. It's more about the ones they actually use out of season. I have no idea where I'm going, but I will still pretend I do. He's lost.
Oh, I don't know where I am. So I was just heading down on the left because your GPS gave me that as the last sort of.
I'd just be still going down on the left until I hit a river, probably. Heading the river about 3 kilometers though.
Definitely having a couple of beers tonight.
After eventually finding their way back to camp, the brothers get to work. The tent becomes a makeshift butchery. Cuts of wild venison trimmed, cleaned, and portioned down. Each piece going into a bag, ready for the freezer. The meat begins its 8-hour journey out of the wilderness and into the freezer. At the halfway point, they now have enough venison to last almost half a year. But the freezer is not full yet. 2 weeks in, 2 deer down, they head back into the remote forest for the second half of the trip. 2 more weeks ahead, and 2 more deer to find. The hard work is just getting started.